So I grew up with consoles like the Sega Genesis and the Nintendo Super NES. As you can see, I have a Nintendo 64 right here that I need to clean, like the circuits and all that. But I lost the special bit to open it up, so I haven't been able to clean it yet. But what you probably haven't seen is my Super NES right here. I grew up with the North American Super NES, the original one, but obviously I have the Super NES 101 right here, clearly. Which, comparing the two, I preferred the bars on the original versus this pill-shaped power switch. I also preferred the bar shape of the reset button and the eject button that you don't have on this one. But that's just me. The reason I'm bringing all this up is because lately I've been really getting into retro gaming again, and I figured why not talk about it? Specifically, one of my most favorite Super NES games, which is right here. This game right here, Scooby-Doo Mystery. Now, this might sound weird, but honestly, I like this game more than Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country. Now, Scooby-Doo Mystery is probably a three-way tie between The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Aladdin. Like, I like it that much. But before I dive into the game itself, it's worth noting where it all started. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? First aired in 1969 on CBS, created by Hanna-Barbera Productions, which Scooby-Doo, Where Are You had 3 seasons, a total of 41 episodes, which aired between 1969 and 1970, I think. Written by Joe Ruby and Ken Spears, with the voices behind it being Frank Walker voicing Fred Jones, Stephanie Christopherson voiced Daphne Blake for 1 season, and then Heather North voiced Daphne from season 2 and onward up until her retirement in 2003. Nicole Jaffe voiced Velma Dinkley. Casey Kasem voiced Shaggy Rogers, and Don Messick voiced Scooby-Doo. The original series introduced Scooby, Shaggy, Fred, Velma, and Daphne as they solved mysteries involving supposedly supernatural creatures, which always turned out to be a person in a costume. The antics and whatnot by Mystery Inc. kicked off one of the longest running animated franchises in TV history, with countless spin-offs, movies, reboots, and video games, obviously, and is still very popular today. Now back to the video game. Released in 1995, developed by Argonaut Software, published by Acclaim Entertainment, and licensed by Sun Software. Launched in North America in November of 1995, which it was only released in North America, while really the US exclusively. This video game would be the final performance of Don Messick as Scooby-Doo before his retirement and eventually passing in 1997. Don Messick famously voiced Boo Boo Bear and Ranger Smith for the Yogi Bear Show, the dog Astro from the Jetsons, Papa Smurf from the original cartoon The Smurfs, the toddler version of Bam Bam Rubble from the cartoon The Flintstones, and Dr. Quest from the original 1964 Johnny Quest. Also in this video game was Casey Kasem, voicing, of course, Shaggy Rogers. Kasem also is famous for the American Top 40 radio show, stretching from 1970 to 2009, which is featured in the Ghostbusters movie. Also, on a personal note, growing up when my family went anywhere in the car, that was playing on the radio every time. Kasem also voiced Robin in Super Friends, Captain Planet and Captain Planet and the Planeteers, at least the early seasons, I think, and various commercials and voiceovers across radio and TV. As I mentioned, he also did the Ghostbusters movie thing. There were actually 2 different versions of this game. One for the Sega Genesis, which I don't think I had that game on for Genesis, which featured more of a traditional adventure game style, interface, and one for the Super NES as a adventure game with platformer elements, which is the one I have. Both versions were only released in North America, well, specifically the US, as I said before. In both games, the player controls Shaggy, Rogers, and Scooby-Doo follows you around. You help solve various mysteries with other members of Mystery Incorporated, who serve as minor roles during gameplay. The Super NES version had 4 levels, which acted like individual mystery episodes. So the 4 levels were Spooky Shipwreck, Haunted by Pirate One-Eyed Matt, Haunted Amusement Park, which had a evil clown out for revenge, Spooky Swamp, which is terrorized by a tar monster, and Bradshaw Manor, home to the vampire Count Bagosi. This game also had, for the Super NES, 2 bonus levels in each mystery. One was the kitchen bonus, where Scooby moves side to side trying to catch food Shaggy throws from a fridge onto slices of bread. If the sandwich is stacked high enough, you get groovy bonus points. The other mini level is Whack-A-Mole, which Shaggy hits monsters popping out of vases with a mallet. Points are gained for hitting monsters like ghosts, vampires, and knights, but you can lose points by hitting Scooby and the rest of the gang. Power-ups like time bonuses, time freezes, and speed boosts help rack up points. If you score enough points, you earn Scooby bonus points. So I figured I'd play a little bit of the game for you guys, just to show you guys some of the game. I won't do the whole game because that would take a good chunk of time. I'll just play a little bit. I might get through the first level. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes, how I'm feeling. But here's the start of the game. I'm not gonna go ahead and read if you guys can read it. Oh, also, I have a tendency not to talk while I play a video game. Well, actually, I usually don't talk much in general, so I'll do my best to conversate, but, yeah, I forget shit a lot and probably won't talk a lot. I do have to say real quick that while I do love retro games and all the old consoles, the one thing I do not miss about these things is the cord. I probably went too fast through that, my bad. See if I don't fuck up and start doing the Zelda buttons. And I already fucked up. Yeah, as I said in the video earlier, I'm not that good at games. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Crap. Oh, whoops. Wait, it was over here. What? Okay, why didn't that work the first time? Forgot that was there. Oh, oh crap. I need to. There he is. Oh, neat. Wasn't clear. Oh, you guys probably need. Whoopsie. And that's the code for the next level. Blow this up. Yeah, that was the first level of Scooby-Doo Mystery. Took us, what, half an hour, maybe? And I was going slow. So, yeah, it's a fun game. But yeah, thanks for watching, and back to the main video. So, for some reason, I don't get as frustrated as fast as I do playing games like Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country. Normally, I get to maybe a checkpoint before I start to get annoyed. But for some reason with Scooby-Doo, I can almost get through a level without getting slightly annoyed. Which, to be fair, I'm not the best at video games, so that's probably part of it. It's also probably the fact that it's more of a wandering around game in Scooby-Doo versus Mario and Donkey Kong, where it's more of a straightforward platformer. Also, it could be because I grew up with Scooby-Doo watching the reruns and stuff. If you have the opportunity to play it, I highly suggest it. Now, for me, it is so fucking fun. There are a couple parts where it's really fucking annoying. I won't say where because I don't want to spoil it, but there are some points like every other video game where it can be super fucking annoying. But for me, it feels more relaxed. Now, I'm sure a bunch of people are going to say, obviously, it's relaxed for kids, but whatever. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's just a fun fucking game, at least I think. You know, searching for clues and shit and whatnot. But yeah, if you get the opportunity, definitely fucking play it. I highly recommend it. That does it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see everyone in the next one.